Hello, welcome to this week's drop of Laserdiscs. It's almost Friday, and that means there's going to be a whole bunch of new discs. I've made, you guys made, I didn't make it, you guys made a lot of room in the shelves, and I wish to reciprocate. And I've added this week some more CDs, some more HD DVDs, and heaps more laser discs which are here, alright? I'm not gonna, you know how heavy they are. Okay, so let's talk about what we've got this week. Okay. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's my drink. I've got an iced coffee that I can make my own iced coffees. It's so much easier making your own iced coffees than buying them. Alright, so we've got some CDs, as I said. First, we'll kick off. This is Album of the Year, Faith No More. Really good album, and it also has The Real Thing by Faith No More, which was the album that had Epic on it. This had Ashes to Ashes. That was the big hit off that album. This is sort of like the soundtrack of clubbing, if you went out clubbing in the early 2000s. We got some old school hit songs, you know, one of those compilation CDs from Concepts. So what have we got on this? Oh yeah, you know, some at least it's original artists, that's what you want. Black Sorrows, One More Time. This is part of the acoustic series, so it's like a greatest hits, but all acoustic played. Next we got some country music. We got Randy Travis. I don't mind him. He's very talented, but, you know, I'm just not into country music, but some people are. We've got Furphy's Favourite. There's a cousin Furphy often comments on our Home for the Elderly page and is always talking about how much he loves Bryan Adams. And what's the big hit on this? Oh, When You're Gone's on this with Melanie C. Oh, there's Cloud Number 9, but I don't think that's the good one. I think that's like a slow version. David Bowie, Reality. This was a good album. This is not the kind of album that you want hit songs from. This David Bowie was an album kind of, you know, artist. Yeah, this was... I remember there was a song on this that was like number one. Oh, End of the Road, was that it? It was like, oh no, Hard to Say Goodbye. No, it was End of the Road, wasn't it? And it was like number one in Australia for so long. And then the last CD is The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. This has so many good songs on it. Blowing in the Wind, Masters of War. This is like the introduction album to Bob Dylan, if you haven't really got into Bob Dylan before. And you're like, hey, what's he all about? What's some of his good stuff? Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, I Shall Be Free. Cool album. I thought it had Mr. Jones on it, but that must be another one. And now we've got a selection of HD DVDs coming out this week as well. This is sealed. See, you can see the mark coming down the side, and there's the label on the top to show it's never been opened. Halle Berry, a powerful drama about loss and the messy beauty of recovery. Halle Berry gives performances that stick with you long after the credits roll. I should have watched that. The Skeleton Key, a haunting Southern Gothic mystery set in Louisiana Bayou County, where superstition, secrets, and hoodoo collide. And hoodoo? Do they mean voodoo or who? Okay. And nothing is quite what it seems. Seed of Chucky. Well, need I say more? It's just Chucky has a kid and it goes fully psycho. And this is the unrated and extended version too, so, you know, it's going to leave you satisfied. Lots of special features. Funny movie with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. Midnight Run. This is the remake of The Hitcher. So I've got the 80s version on Laserdisc, but this is the 2007 version. From the producers of... Oh, okay. Classic. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, I'm out of here. Dead Silence, very rare to get this one. Yeah, nice, violent, gory horror. Who doesn't love in all the Evil Dead movies. Everyone has their favorite, but you can't say that all of them aren't awesome in their own way. Carl Urban. Oh, there you go. Then The Rock. The Rock. It doesn't say Dwayne Johnson back then. It just says The Rock. Oh, look. It goes right into the first-person shooter sequence. Oh. It's funny because that was so difficult to do back then, but nowadays people wouldn't even blink. Peter and the Wolf. This one is rare as hen's teeth. It's not easy to get your hands on. It's really cool. Really, really cool disc. An absolute must if you're a HD DVD collector, because I think this was an exclusive as well. Okay, just paused and had a sip of my yummy iced coffee. Now, let's get on to the main event, the Laserdisc. So this section, I've got AngryAussie here on this side of me this time. See, I'm pointing the right way. And we're going to have a look at some of the Laserdiscs we've got. And like I mentioned, it's Christmas movies this time instead of horrors.
Ooh, Christmas movies.
Because I want to get in on the jump of Christmas movies instead of the horror films. Obviously, we got Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
The Santa Claus, a pretty big hit for Tim Allen. It was influential enough that it can be referenced in other things. I've seen it referenced in other things like, oh, you're doing a Santa Claus here, as in it, if you killed someone, you have to take their place. So it had a bit of cultural impact, that movie.
We've got Gremlins.
Yes, Gremlins is a Christmas movie, definitely.
Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2 as a Home Alone double. This is part of a double feature. You see, I'm selling these movies together. Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2.
Yes, again, you often get the argument, are they Christmas movies? Of course they're Christmas movies. Christmas is central to the storyline in these.
Scrooged. Who has not seen this movie? You must watch this movie. It is one of Bill Murray's best. I always say that, don't I? I love Bill Murray. What can I say? Okay, so what do we say about Scrooged? It's basically the Scrooge story set in a very 80s corporate setting.
Oh, Bill Murray Scrooged. Yeah. One of
I love Bill Murray.
One of the 1,000 or so adaptations of Dickens's A Christmas Carol. And it is a pretty good modern day adaptation of it, quite honestly.
What's your favorite Bill Murray movie? Because I keep on, every time I find a Bill Murray movie, I go, oh, this is one of my favorites. But I can't really limit it. I know besides Ghostbusters, everyone can say Ghostbusters. That's just too easy.
He was a supporting bit part in Caddyshack, but I think his character in Caddyshack is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And it was all improvised, which made it very interesting at the time. Yeah. So everyone says Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. I put it to you, Die Hard 2 is also a great Christmas movie. Probably not the best.
Have you seen you can get a gift, a Die Hard advent calendar, and it's the Nakatomi Plaza building, and for each of the days, you've got a Hans Gruber thing, and you move him down one notch on the building for each day in the lead up to Christmas, so he hits the ground on the 25th. I think that's very funny. Okay, so speaking of Nakatomi Plaza, there we go, Die Hard. Classic
this
Christmas
is the second one, Die Harder.
Oh, is that Die Harder? Okay, that was
also set in Christmas.
Pretty big dip in quality from the first one, but
hot take.
Oh, just because he's fighting a guy who's like a Green Beret or something, and I go, I'm sorry, an average guy fighting someone with advanced combat training is going to get wasted. Plus, the fight on the wing of the plane was just silly. All right, so now we get to the mainstream stuff. I picked some of my favorites. Instead of just your usual next, I went, oh, that, and I'll grab that, and I'll grab that, and I'll grab that. Virtuosity with Russell Crowe, Denzel Washington. Virtuosity, that is an early Russell Crowe movie. Denzel Washington is featured prominently there on the front, rightly so, because he's a big star. But Russell Crowe is a virtual reality serial killer in that. I genuinely enjoyed that movie. That's like a 90s movie, yeah?
Yeah, and it had a lot of that cyber tech special effects that was really big around that era. That looked a lot like Lawnmower Man, or
Yeah.
like Hackers. There was a whole bunch of movies that were using that style of virtual reality graphics in their films.
True Lies, probably one of my top 3 favorite Arnie films.
Oh, True Lies. No, sorry. This is probably my favorite Arnie film. It's great action. It's great comedy. It's great characters. This is, yeah, I'll carve it in stone. This is my favorite Arnie movie. But like the truth serum bit is probably my favorite bit of the whole thing, where Jamie Lee says, like, you tell me the truth, are we going to die? Yeah, probably. And it's like, so you're spy. Have you killed guys? Yeah, but they were all bad.
One of my favorite sequences is when the terrorist is shooting the video and talking about his nuclear weapon, and the battery goes flat on the video camera.
And the subordinate terrorist holding the video camera is freaking out because he doesn't want to interrupt the boss. It's so the idea of a terrorist threatening the world with a nuclear weapon being a comedy scene is so funny.
Young Guns 2. Now, last week I was talking about Young Guns 1 and how awesome it is, and none of you bought it. None of you bought it. What are you doing? So, anyway, we got number 2. I don't think this was as good, but it had a lot more money put behind it. The Blues Brothers.
Super entertaining movie. It's just like every time you go, oh, it's this scene. I've got to watch this scene. Oh, no, it's this scene. I have to watch this scene. It's very good.
Especially the songs. That's where it highlights to me. A lot of the other stuff in between can kind of fade away, but the music will last forever in that film, between Think and James Brown doing the religious thing, Shake Your Tail Feather.
Crazy People.
Oh, Crazy People, Daryl Hannah and Dudley Moore. Is he an advertising guy who gets put into? Yeah, okay. The thing is, I saw it ages ago, like probably when it was first released, and there's some very funny comedy. He's an advertising guy who he's driven insane by the soullessness of advertising, and he starts writing all these campaigns where it's like ads that tell the truth, and so everyone decides he's gone insane because he tells the truth, and he gets put in a mental facility. But then the ads turn out to be really successful, so they get him back, and he works with the other people on the from the mental facility in doing ads. My personal favorite was an ad for life insurance, and there was like a mother and children looking sad, and it's like, sure, it's sad that he's dead, but wouldn't $1 million be good too?
Can you hear me, Tommy?
Oh, wow. This is a film to watch high, honestly. Tommy, 70s, The Who. What the hell is happening in this? I've seen this in the cinema, as not in its original run, in a re-release. I have seen this film a couple of times. It's, my God, Roger Daltrey, lead singer of The Who, is Tommy, that deaf, dumb, and blind kid who becomes a pinball champion. And it has definitely the standout hit is Elton John singing Pinball Wizard. It's such a strange film with the cult that builds up around Tommy. It is, boomers, guys from the 60s and 70s who I think did too much acid, came up with the ideas. Worth watching, so worth watching, just as a time capsule for, hey, in the 70s, people thought this was a vibe. It's just like, wow.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman with nipples.
Hell yes. Okay, that is the Tim Burton directed Batman movie. which
1989.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I never really bought Michael Keaton as Batman. The movie's entertaining, but it's definitely sold by Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And Kim Basinger is gorgeous in this.
Yeah, she is great. Michael Keaton's not bad, but I just never bought him. Like, okay, from those old cheesy Batman movies, controversial take. I think George Clooney was the best Batman in those. I think George Clooney was the best Batman and the best Bruce Wayne, but possibly in the worst of the movies.
Right, yes. That's where my head's at. My favorite Batman movie starts off with number 1, and then number 3, which is
Forever.
Batman Forever. I really love this film. A lot of people poo-poo it, but I
don't mind it. That's Val Kilmer, yeah?
Yes, Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, Nicole Kidman, and Chris O'Donnell.
Because one mistake they made with that era of Batman movies was putting too many characters in. It detracted the focus, I think, when there were too many characters.
Yeah, Batman and Robin is, and that had George Clooney, Uma Thurman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris O'Donnell, Alicia Silverstone, Elle Macpherson. I see where you're going with this. Too many characters.
Yeah.
See, number 4 was I personally I'm not a fan of it myself because I think Arnie just takes it way too comic bookish, whereas the comedy side of it, on Batman Forever is Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey puts this slice of like just crazed, mad, mentalness into this comedy character as well at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's splitting the difference, The problem with Batman Forever personally between me and you is Tommy Lee Jones. I love Tommy Lee Jones, but he didn't understand the project. The Two-Face character should have been done by
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams should have been Two-Face.
Last week I was talking about the Terminator and how it's got the full frame version, so it's not pan and scan, it's a complete full frame, so it shows the top and the bottom of the screen that isn't shown in the widescreen version. So this is the cinema version without the extra bonus, extended scenes, and it's widescreen.
Oh, yes, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Definitely. This is a rare example of a sequel that massively elevates the original. Because the original Terminator was comparatively low budget and was a surprise hit. So they really poured it into Terminator 2 and it paid off. Terminator 2 is fantastic.
But Terminator 1 showed that you could do amazing style over substance if the film is in the hands of an incredible director.
Did Cameron do 1? Or
Yeah, Cameron did both. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Both 1 and 2.
James Cameron got his start as a set painter in Hollywood. You can
and in special effects,
Yeah, he was a set painter. He did special effects, and he got into directing. And by jings, didn't he do well as a director?
Especially when you look at the lineup, that it's an all-star lineup from Terminator 1. Then you've got Aliens 2, Terminator 2. I'm sure I might have missed something along this path.
Yeah.
And then you got Titanic. Then you have
Avatar,
Avatar, of course.
But he's
he drops bombs. He's really, really good director.
Very big hits. Yeah, and again, yes, he's just a good director. Yeah, and again, talk about sequels that build on the original. I'm a big fan of the original Terminator and original Alien, but Terminator 2 and Aliens build on the original incredibly well.
Rheumatism. anybody who hasn't seen that probably going, what the heck is he talking about? Once Upon a Forest.
Okay,
Fair
next up is a kids' film. I don't know if you're going to even know this one, actually.
Something Forest?
Once Upon a Forest.
No, that looks like either a very cheap Disney project or a Disney knockoff.
You ever heard of Don Bluth? I think this is a Don
Yes,
Bluth film.
Don Bluth. Sorry, Don Bluth. He may have some fans, but I regard him as a Disney knockoff. Yeah.
See, he was because he used to work at Disney,
Yeah.
and then left Disney to. I don't know if this is even a Don Bluth film. I'll be honest with you. David Krishna,
Yeah.
Jerry Mills.
That's why I said
Charles-
it's either a cheap Disney, because Disney did do some very cheap direct-to-video releases,
Right.
or one of the studios who was knocking off Disney style, because there's a lot of that. But
Yeah, Don Bluth wanted to do films that were more darker than what Disney was willing to go for after the Black Cauldron came out, because the Black Cauldron lost so much money that they went, no more dark films. We're going to keep it all light and fluffy from now on. And then they brought out Little Mermaid, and that made so much money for them.
Yeah.
They just followed that trajectory of mix comedy, mix some music, mix a lighthearted story, and bang, you've got a Disney movie. Whereas Don Bluth went on and did films like Anastasia. Have you ever seen Anastasia?
I haven't seen it, but I know it.
That was a dark film, and it was so good. You know,
that's built on the legend of the Russian royal family being executed by the Bolsheviks, and the urban legend that one of the children, Anastasia, survived, which is a very dark start for a movie. Yeah.
Other films he also did that was quite dark was Land Before Time, where the mother dies.
Oh yeah, that's like there's a certain generation of people that's their childhood traumatic memory.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a twofer for me. It was Land Before Time and Never Ending Story. The horse.
Yeah, the horse dying in the swamp of sadness.
And suicide. Yeah, in the swamp of sadness. Yeah.
And then one more double that I've got. We have Independence Day. The first person to buy it will get a sealed copy. The other person to buy it will get the excellent copy. Both of these are fine. It's just one of them is sealed.
Aha! Independence Day. That is a high watermark in lightweight blockbuster movie entertainment. I pretty much love everything about Independence Day, and I don't care about how silly and cheesy. I love the callbacks to War of the Worlds, because he defeats the alien with a computer virus. In War of the Worlds, they die because they catch a cold.
You're right.
That was a great War of the Worlds reference. I mean, pity they didn't have any antivirus software running on their computers.
Of course. And the question is, what kind of serial port connected a laptop to the computer's internet as well? You know, yeah.
It's one where you don't want to think about it too much and pick holes, because the holes are a mile wide. Just roll with it, and it's such an entertaining movie. It's such a fun movie. It's just, it's funny. It's action packed. It looked really cool. There was real tension.
A great cast between Bill Pullman, Will Smith. There was the dude who plays Data from
from Star Trek. He was the crazy scientist who'd been in Area 51 with the alien artifacts for decades.
Will Smith, Bill Pullman, Jeff Goldblum. I forgot to mention Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he's very good.
Judge Hirsch. Remember Judge Hirsch? Randy Quaid was in it. Oh my God.
He's the crazy guy in the trailer.
I'm no fan of Randy Quaid, but that was funny, you know.
He's funny in it, yes.
Harvey Fierstein was his Harvey
Fierstein talks like this. Yeah. It's like he smokes too much and he's always raspy.
Harry Connick Jr. was in this.
Yes, no, Harry Connick Jr. was the wingman to Will Smith, and they have some really funny scenes together where it really establishes their friendship. So it means something when they're both fighter pilots, and it means something when Harry Connick Jr. gets killed by the aliens, because it's established how close the friendship between Will Smith and him is. And of course, Will Smith is the only fighter pilot to survive the initial contact with the aliens.
Right, of course.
Which, actually carries a bit of weight, because they'd established their friendship prior to that.
That's this week's lot. And next week, there'll be more good stuff. And then the week after that, I think will be Black Friday, where I'm doing 35% off. So I expect half of these discs to be gone, guys. And in the meantime, there'll be more CDs and more HD DVDs. Do you guys like VCDs? Let me know. I was thinking about keeping them, but if you guys want to buy them, let me know. And until then, I'll see you next week. That's the selection for our Laserdisc this week. And
that has been great additions to the site.
Yeah, this week I didn't actually just let, the order pick it. I actually went, I'll grab that, I'll grab that, and I'll grab that. I actually chose some, and especially seeing the Christmas things coming up, I wanted people to have the opportunity to get in early and grab their Christmas films so they're ready to watch them before Christmas comes on, because people love watching those films around that time of year.
Yep. Every year we got to watch them.
Yeah, the same movies over and over every year. Yeah.
Every Christmas, the studios try to come out with new Christmas movies that they hope people will watch every year. We had the rare one in Australia last year. How to Make Gravy was released, and I thought that was okay.
Yeah, so thank you for having me on again, and thank you for helping with the video. Yeah, you can check it out. The video will be up tomorrow afternoon, about midday my time, so let's say 2 p.m. your time, on the Home for the Elderly Facebook page is where I put them each week.
Nice.
And I feel like this is going to be one of my better videos. Yeah, so.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
No, bye.